How's it going, guys? Mr. King Gamer here, and I'm doing a squad build on FIFA 13. One of my last ones, probably could be my last one, but anyway, this is a team you've never seen. I'm pretty sure you've never seen a squad builder like this. It is a team full of ex-Premier League players, which some of them, I'm hoping like 70% or 80% of them you've never heard of or never knew they played in the Prem. Some you will, some you won't. But it's not going to be like, I've seen others, they got like PK, Fabregas, like come on, you know they played in the Premier League. So yeah, and I've wrote down some stats about them as well. So let's go with the manager, which you can see the manager, Colin Todd. He managed Bolton in the 90s and got them relegated from the Premier League twice. So, you know, and he also managed Derby County for like 2 or 3 months. He got sacked, so shortly after they got relegated. So you know, maybe it's his fault, maybe it won't. You never know. Anyway, look at the subs first and the serves. Pedersen. Pedersen. So he used to play for Bolton. Got 143 games in the Premier League, 22 goals. 140 games, 22 goals. And now look at him. Just a bronze player, 64 overall. 30 pace. But probably one of the more well-known players, Garcia. He played 77 games in the Premier League, scored 18 goals, which some Liverpool fans call him a legend, but scoring 18 goals in the league, I think the max he actually got in the league was 8 goals, which doesn't shout out top player really. But I did find out in FIFA 07 his overall was 85. Now he's 71 and in the Mexican league, so another well-known player. I put him in there because when he was in the Premier League, he was I would say one of the best players outside the top four. He did play 260 games in the Premier League, which now he's actually left Blackburn to go back to his homeland and play. He's in that league. The next player, Timo Sartinio. I can't. Sorry, I probably did say his name wrong. But originally a CDM, played 88 games in the Premier League, 61 for Spurs, and he became the first Finnish player to play for Sunderland. Ain't the biggest achievement in the world, but I just thought I'd put that in there. The next player, which Jonathan Greening, which he must be the only bronze player to win a Champions League medal and the Europa League runners-up medal. So, if you know another bronze player who's won the Champions League, should tell me about him. This guy did play 252 games in the Premier League. I can't believe actually he's that low rated now. 64. It's like not even that good, to be honest. Next player, another one you might know, Danny Higginbottom. Played 210 games in the Premier League. He played for Man U, Derby, Southampton, Sunderland, and the club that he supported, Stoke City. Which, yes, I got on him. Mortiz Foles. Sorry if I said his name wrong. I actually remember this guy when I was a year, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I remember him, and he did play 125 games for Fulham, and he scored the 1500 goal in the Premier League, which ain't that bad. The next player, which I haven't really read anything about him. 94 games, 22 goals. Went to Spurs. When he left Spurs, he was like, biggest mistake I've ever made was joining Spurs. Which I never actually really liked me though. So yeah, go next player. Mark Taylor. I think he's 43, 42 years old. He first played in Premier League 1997. So you know that is a long time ago. 180 appearances in the Premier League. Which the next player, Andros Stevenson, I don't know. Which you might recognise this guy as he's had an inform now in the newest team of the week. Which, you know, if he had an inform before I did all this, I would have got his inform and see how that played. But you know, hey ho. When I was looking, I looked in every single league, you know, apart from Prem, of course, you know, Serie A, which he played 127 times for Southampton, which he was classed as a key player for them. Next player, Carlos Boccarino, I think it's that. Which I also remember this guy. Oh, God's sake! I remember this guy. He played 116 times for Fulham, which he became a fan's favourite for them. That's really that's what I got. Sack Knight, which I reckon most people know he's played in the Premier League, but I only put him in the Premier League because I never knew that he's played 284 times in the Prem, which, you know, quite a big achievement, I think. Anyway, on to the first team, and let's start with the goalkeeper, which it's Neil Sutherland, I think that's his name, which he played 247 games in the Premier League, 43 years old, and you probably might remember him as he was the person in goal when David Beckham scored that halfway line goal, which, you know, I thought that was quite a good fact to put in. But yeah, you know, 63 overall, not the best. Left back, it's not Wayne Bridge, by the way, before you think anything. It's Callum Davidson, which I don't even know this. I didn't even know this guy played in the Prem. I knew he played for Coventry. I think it was Coventry, you know, like 3 or 4 years ago in the Championship. But you know, I played 106 times in the Prem for Leicester City and Blackburn Rovers. And in the left centre back position, I have got Andy O'Brien, which he plays for the Whitecaps now in LMS. Which 277 times he played in the Prem, and he was a key figure for Newcastle as he helped them qualify for the Champions League that season. Which in the next position, Michael Dewberry, I think that's how you say his name. Plays for Oxford United now. Played 161 times in the Premier League for Chelsea, Leeds and Reading. Which, you know, and he's really slow as well, I ain't gonna lie. Both my centre backs are really slow. Which in right back we got Nicky Hunt. Can't believe he's 58. I think he's my lowest rated player in my first team, which 58 overall now. 127 times he played for Bolton, and he was a key player for them apparently. But yeah, look, 58 overall. Now to the midfielders. In left mid, Kevin Kilbane. 325 times in the Premier League he played. He played for Sunderland, Everton, Wigan and Hull City. Which another fact I'll put, he was rated 78 overall on FIFA 07, which, you know, that was like 78 would be 13. He was rated 13 better on FIFA 07, you know. See, I didn't know he was actually playing football still. So that's why I put him in the team. Next player, Jimmy Bullard. Which, he only played 90 times in the Premier League, but I just put him in there because when he was at Fulham, I thought he was a decent player. You know, yeah, I know he had injury problems at Fulham, quite a lot of injury problems. But you know, I remember him having a decent free kick on him as well. So you know, that's why I put him on there. Next to him, probably less known player to play in the Premier League, Denny Lanza, which played 52 seasons, 52 seasons, 52 appearances, but in 2 seasons he played for Wigan Athletic. And you know, when I was researching, the only thing came up was when he scored a goal against Arsenal. That was it, really. But I remember him when he was a decent player. That's all I can remember from him. Really, now to the right mid, and it is Brett Emerton, which some of you probably know that he did play, but I only put him in because you know he was. I consider him when he left Blackburn. Like people were saying, "Oh, one of their best players have left," you know. So I didn't know that he's actually still played or like he was even in FIFA. So you know that's why I put him on really. 247 appearances for Blackburn. Now for the strikers, which first striker, Benny McCarthy. Look at him there, 73 overall. He's actually a pretty decent player on FIFA, I must admit, you know. But it must be pretty hard to link him up. Played 132 times for Blackburn. He played 132 times up for Blackburn and West Ham, but scored all his 37 goals for Blackburn, which he scored 18 in one season, which you know, 18 and to go and to only just score 37. He only had one really good season, to be quite frank with you. Now to his partner, which probably not a lot of you remember this player. Juan Pablo Angelo. I'm sorry if I said his name wrong, but he looks totally different now than he did when he played for Aston Villa. You know, 175 games, 44 goals in the Premier League. He became a fan's favourite for them, and yeah, this is it, guys. I have got a lot more players that you probably wouldn't recognise who played in the Premier League. So, you know, if this gets like enough likes and views and feedback, I will do another one. So, I will show you some highlights of these guys playing now. So, until next time, see ya.
Good thrust by the player on the ball. McCarthy, head forward, takes the shot off. Quick ball. And the shot at the end of it. Wonderful. Just found space in the wide areas to get across it.
Played poorly. You've got to give him credit for reacting to that.
Michael, goal! Fantastic! Oh, he must score. Oh, he's going to shoot now. Still danger. Momentary respite with the save. Or with the corner. They can get their set pieces right here. They could get themselves level. It's a goal. He's got space and hits it. Well, he's at. Didn't work out the corner for the attacking team. Takes the shot off. Oh, that's a fantastic. They're disappointed really because the opposition are beginning to play out from the back. He goes for goal. And he's. What a chance here. And the shot's off. It's a goal and they're in. McCarthy. Is he going to pass the ball now? In good position. Penalty. Oh, fantastic goal. Here he is with a chance. Here's the shot. And he knocks in the goal. Great chance. And he shoots. They've scored. And here's the shot. This. And he's headed it goalwards. Oh, it's the post. Oh. And here's a shot now. It's a goal.